Hi data lovers, my name is Angie and this is Insight Bites with Dexibit. Today we're talking about experience as an integral part of visitor management to get happy and engaged visitors with great outcomes, particularly when it comes to how they feel about their visit. One of my favorite quotes is from Maya Angelou, and it says, "People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." And I think that quote is so true when we think about visitor experience, because whether we're a cultural institution or a commercial attraction, it's all about the feeling. Whether we're creating the space for sadness and grief and anger in an exhibition about genocide, or making visitors feel that kind of peaceful tranquility that you get when you watch a shark glide through the water in an aquarium, or the kind of thrills and the feeling in our heart and our chest from a roller coaster. It's all about emotion. And so it's funny then that often when we think about audience research and visitor evaluation and data analysis, that we often skip this touchy-feely element of visitors and their emotions. And yet it's not necessarily a difficult thing to measure. All it takes is a visitor remark. You can get these from social or online reviews, maybe an NPS or customer survey, from compliments and complaints. Even ask your visitor services staff to just write down things visitors say through the day. This is our voice of the visitor. But the problem is that reading all of these, let alone manually coding them to work out if they're good or bad or what emotion they display, or collecting key themes or terms, it's a big job and it never ends. But luckily, there's an easy way to do this. It's a technology called natural language processing, or what you might hear referred to as NLP, which is when we can quickly scan free-form visitor remarks and extract quantitative data from what is typically very qualitative information. It's a branch of artificial intelligence, or AI, when we essentially get the computer to read and understand language itself. Admittedly, it's not 100% accurate, especially in tricky situations like "I liked the cafe better at the last place I visited," or for uncommon languages. But then, of course, a human being doing this kind of work is never going to be 100% accurate themselves, especially because we all bring our own bias into how we interpret things other people say, especially if there's translation involved. If needs be, we can kind of treat natural language as getting a computer to do the first pass, a quick read, and then we can touch it up as we need to. Sentiment analysis tells us how positive visitor remarks are. It can tell us what emotions are in those remarks and what key terms we're hearing. All data to analyze for things like what days of the week are people less happy, what themes are coming through that contribute to other times, what are the top complaints about, what do our visitors celebrate, how does happiness correlate, say, with the weather or how busy we are or what we've got on. And it also makes for some really beautiful visualizations, which are wonderful for motivating visitor-facing team. I hope you'll give this quick look at how visitors feel a 5-star rating. And if you and your team would benefit from experience insights to increase your visitors' happiness, talk to us about Dexibit's forecasts, insights, dashboards, and reports, including for visitor experience. And I'll see you next time for another episode of Insight Bites, or check out Dexibit.com for more on visitor management and places people love.